Why is bowel constipation the root of all evil? Let's get into it. I'm Professor Spira, and I practice something called the Mucusless Diet Healing System for over 18 years, and I've helped thousands of people transform their lives using the system that is the quintessential healing system of naturopathy. And today I want to talk about constipation as the root cause of all human suffering, the root of all evil. The snake is indeed the intestines. The devil serpent that is the cause of chaos and unrest in the land amongst humans is indeed the intestines, is indeed constipation. I'm not just talking about bowel constipation, but I am talking about a constipation of the entire pipe system of the human body on a cellular level, on a physical level, on a mental level, and on a spiritual level. Constipation. Constipation is the answer that you are looking for, that your ancestors look for, and that people will continue to look for if you don't heed this message right now. The only way that we can heal the world is to remove the obstruction. Not only the physical obstruction, which there is plenty of physical obstruction, 15 to 20 pounds of uneliminated fecal matter in most people's stomach. There's plenty of physical feces, toxic waste, decades-old feces stones. There's plenty of that to eliminate. But that has caused a chain reaction to create a reality in which people are constipated mentally, constipated spiritually. And there is only one way. There's only one solution. There's not a bunch. There might be different little methodologies that we can get, but the one solution is to eliminate the constipation. Arnold Ehret says that all disease, no matter what name it is known by medical science, is constipation. I'm going to say that once again. All disease, no matter what name it is known by medical science, is what? Say it with me, y'all. Constipation. We live in Constipation Nation, a nation full of constipation. That is what it is all about. That's what it has always been about. But now, more so than ever, we have this constipation, unprecedented levels. The agricultural systems, the things that we've developed over the past 10,000 years have enabled us to be able to create this unprecedented level of constipation, just over and above anything that we have ever seen before. How do we deal with this? How can we clean this up? You see the city size part. It's like a very small part of Miami behind me here. Imagine the amount of constipation of all the folks that's back here. And I'm not putting myself on some pedestal to say, oh, I'm coming from worse constipation, worse than most people that's over there. And I'm saying that it's going to take raising of consciousness of a lot of people. So we need your help for you to be conscious enough to be watching this video for this long, to have this serious adult conversation about the most important thing to humanity right now. Means that you're special, you're cut above the rest. And so we're going to need your help to get out. We got to get this message out to people, because once they're exposed and they understand what this is and how it is and why it is, then steps can start to be taken. And from what I've seen, Miami's a little better than a lot of places because there's at least a prevalence and a respect for veganism here, plant-based living, and supply and demand. There was a demand, obviously, when people here got into it. The fruits and the vegetables are here, so people start eating too much fruits and vegetables without going to the restaurants, and the restaurants was like, hey, come back. We can have fruits and vegetables too. We can prepare them for you. Don't do it yourself in your kitchen. Come on, come back. The removal of constipation is going to have to begin and end with the Mucusless Diet Healing System. What is the Mucusless Diet Healing System? It's a transitional methodology to take you from point A, constipated, to point B, physiological freedom. To safely and permanently remove the constipation. That is what it's all about. So I hope that you'll join me on this journey, because we can have beautiful things. See, I'm not anti-technology. I think that, in fact, there were times, and this is more of a mythological type of statement, but I tend to believe that there was times when humans were much more technologically advanced than we are right now. Back before, there's reasons, and there's actually some pretty good reasons why we don't have that information, that it was kind of lost in the cracks, and we have little bits and pieces of it, where in certain ancient texts they'll talk about flying vehicles, flying chariots, and things that would be on a much higher level. Instead of burning fossil fuels, harnessing the power of crystals, harnessing the power of the sun. So I think there was a time far superior, where the technologically we're far superior to where we are now. But my point is that we don't have to totally get rid of all technology. We don't have to ignore it. If you want to go off back into the woods and do your thing, then that is totally cool. There is nothing wrong with that. I encourage getting back out into the woods, get back out into nature, feel the soil under your feet, feel the grass, feel the weeds, whatever it is that's out there, the sand. Get in tune. Earthing, as folks like to do. Get in tune. Nothing wrong with that. At the same time, we have earth ships, we have solar technologies, we have a number of different things, the wind technologies, things that the science, it's already put together. There just has to be a consciousness and a will of the people to go and investigate and get these things. For so much, so much of this power, the electricity that's out here dealing with this back here right now, it could be solar, it could be wind, it could be all these things, but there has to be enough education and enough desire. Where that comes from is unobstructedness. So to have this conversation with a bunch of people eating pus, which is what they're trying to do in the political scene, where a bunch of people are sitting around eating crap, talking about, oh, let's save the world and we'll do solar, and we gotta environmentalism. We have to check. If you're talking environmentalism and you're still eating dead animal flesh, then you need to go back to school, or you need to go read some more books, or you need to wake up, because there is no environmentalism, there is no heal the world, as long as pus and mucus forming foods are what's on the menu, is what's being eaten. It's just how it is, And so we have a lot of work to do to remove the constipation. But we got to understand, when you see terrible things in the news, turn on the news, the local news, you see rapes and murders and kidnappings and beatings and bludgeonings and poisonings and everything that's just like another day in the office. What's the foundation of all of that? The foundation of all of that behavior is pus and mucus eating. I'm gonna say it again because I'm pretty sure you didn't even hear it. I don't even think you heard one word I said. The foundation of all of that kind of behavior is pus and mucus eating. And if you don't think so, take it out of the equation. Take all of these people, go to the prisons, go to the nursing homes, go to the hospitals, go wherever you want. Take pus and mucus out of their diet. And let's see if they continue to do what it is that they were doing that is hurting other people. If it's hurting other people. Now, I'm not just talking about, oh, you break the law. I'm talking about natural laws, breaking natural laws and hurting other people, and then hurting other people. You know, do unto others as you would have them do to you is a universal law. So I'm not talking about, we're not talking about someone doing, you know, there's a lot of questionable laws that man has created in your various society, and maybe your ethical center doesn't think that that's a righteous law, and so you break that law. I'm not telling you to do it, I'm just saying that slavery was legal and the people that helped free slaves were breaking the law. So I don't want to talk about human law, I want to talk about natural law, universal laws, laws that help you remove your constipation. Vitality equals power minus obstruction is a universal law. Universal law of physics, you can call it other things. Energy equals power minus friction. But if you put sand in an engine that's supposed to have gas in it, how far do you think that engine is gonna go? You will destroy that engine because the engine is made to burn gas, not sand. That's what humans are doing with their bodies. Your body was designed to burn air, not pus. Cow milk? People are still drinking that? Are you serious? You're telling me that people still drink this glue that's homogenized and totally processed, not even cow's milk anymore, it's just homogenized glue water liquid for humans to drink, you know. People are still drinking that in 2021. Come on now. People have known for a long time that they have no business messing around with this dairy, that this dairy has no place in the human body. This is not new. People have known this for a long time. So what are we doing? We're not moving fast enough on that. See, those are the fronts. Once you get on the path, like I said, once you get on the path, take your time. Make permanent changes. But you need to run to the path. There is no transition to the path. You run to the path. That's the difference. That's the difference. People think that we're extreme or that we are too intense or whatever. And I'm saying, yeah, I'm intense getting you on the path. Because without running to the path, it's like I always say, when Harriet Tubman showed up, freed slaves, and she said she freed 1,000 slaves, she could have freed thousands more if the people had realized that they were what? Slaves. When she showed up, you didn't have time to think about it. You didn't have time to go and say, well, give me the night to think about it. Like, I'm not sure if I want to go. I'm not sure if I want my freedom. I don't know if I'm ready for my freedom. Can I have 24 hours to think about it? Can I have a moment to think? Give me a moment. You didn't have that kind of time. You have to make that decision now. You will be repaid for decisiveness on this topic, because there is no time to waste. There's no time to wait. Get on the path now. Run to it now. Once you're on it, immerse yourself into it, learn about it, take your time, be gentle with yourself, don't be hard on yourself. Be loving with yourself, be caring for yourself, be understanding, don't be hard on yourself until you, once you get on the path. But until then, you might need a little kick in the pants. You might need to be hard on yourself. You might need to look in the mirror and say, why am I not on the path yet? Maybe you need to feel a little bad until you get on that path. No time to waste. We got a lot of work to do to remove the levels of constipation. We got a lot of work to do, but the vision is to understand that generation after generation. Give this thing several generations. Mucus-free children. Those of us that are in the know right now that are adults, we have some children and we raise mucus-free children. Those children raise the next generation of mucus-free children. What happens when those children raise the next generation? You're talking about humans that the concept of disease as we know it will be gone. They'll have to read about disease the way we've experienced it. They'll have to read about the tragedy that is hospitals and hospital food and hospital healing. They'll have to read about that the way that we read about the medieval times in the Middle Ages. The witch hunts, burning people at the stake that did nothing, absolutely nothing wrong. The rape and murder of slaves who actually did nothing wrong, of black people who were taken from them by constipated pus eaters who were constipated enough to feel as if they were superior to other humans. They could own other humans. They could rape other humans because they weren't human, because they were animals. Rape a sheep, rape a black woman. Their constipated minds didn't care which one. So what do we do with that consciousness? What do you do with that anger? If you have any care about that, the way you deal with that is you funnel that energy, that righteous anger, funnel that into getting yourself together. Funnel that into doing lemon juice and distilled water enemas every day. Funnel that into finding and buying big boxes of produce and dealing with that. That's how you handle that residual pain of waking up. That process of waking up out of this drunken stupor and the pain that you will feel, because it does hurt. It hurts once you find out how much we've messed up and that it didn't have to be like this. We could have had an alternate timeline. We could have had peace and harmony, but we had to be constipated. So I'll leave you with this. There was nothing more important in your health. There was nothing more important than removing the constipation from your colon, from your intestines, from your stomach, from your cells, from your brain, from your relationships, from your job, from your family, from everything in your life. There was nothing more important. Removing the obstruction removing the constipation. What else is there? Appetites of the flesh? That's what got us into this problem. Sure, you can go make a bunch of money. You can go deal with your wildest dreams, your wildest carnal dreams. It's right back here. You can have all that. You can get all that you want, all the hip-hop music video, rock star lifestyle. It's available to you. You can go do it. But then what? You start to age faster than you otherwise would have. You trade your health and vitality for the material mythology. It's your choice. You can do that if you want. But do you really want to? Do you want to pass up on an opportunity to be a founding father or mother of the next generation of humans? As you might not realize it now, but this is a turning point. History will look back right now at this period as a turning point. This is when many humans decided to go that route. But there's a lot of other ones decided to go the other route. And that other route leads to an existence for humanity that's disease-free, that's chaos-free, that's pain-free. Self-realized beings on the path that nature designed for them. Fortified with the wisdom that will have been gained for going so off on a crazy tangent as we have on this pus-based, mucus-based tangent. We will evolve, we will be so evolved because we will have all of the wisdom of what not to do ever again. And make sure that's enshrined. We're gonna make darn sure that's enshrined, that information, that's taught. Don't go back down this road again. Be careful with that addiction to pus and mucus. Don't do that again. We don't want to do that again. We don't want that pain. We don't want that suffering again. We don't want it. We don't need it. Why do that again? So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I wish you a very constipation-free day, week, year, decade, and life. Let's work together, support each other as we remove the constipation from ourselves, support our brothers and sisters as they strive to eliminate their constipation, support the brothers and sisters who need to get out of the way of those who refuse to remove their constipation. Let's get out of their way, and we'll let them just do whatever they're gonna do. We'll let the rip current might have to just take them on out to sea. But we get out their way, and we come together, those that have the consciousness, we're gonna get this done. We will save what is left of humanity. Because if we don't do it, it's not gonna be done, because this the concrete jungles, it's not sustainable. That kind of life is not sustainable. Enjoy, if you like it, enjoy it now, but it's not sustainable. It's based and built on a pus and mucus ethos, way of thinking, way of organizing, way of engineering. We need to create new fields of engineering that are mucus-free. The mucus-free engineering fields. We will have engineers, mucus-free engineers. And we will come up with miraculous inventions and solutions for the problems. Because again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with technology when you are using it to promote non-constipation, to help heal humanity, not hurt humanity. Nothing wrong with it. So until next time, I bid you adieu, and I encourage you, click right here on this other video. This is a great video that I created particularly for you. So click right here, give it a watch, and I'll see you over there. Peace, love, and breath.